Stardew Valley is an idyllic farming RPG set in a beautiful seaside resort, which kicks off with the tragic death of your presumably quite young grandfather. You, the player, say goodbye to your relative and tuck away your inheritance letter to save it for, according to dead Grandad, your inevitable depression and rejection of modern life. 20 years later, and it turns out Grandad was right. You're slaving away at your cubicle in JojaMart, a large, ominous corporation built on cheery propaganda and so far removed from their staff, it appears one of them died at their desk years ago and no one noticed. Consumed by despair, you avail yourself of your grandfather's gift, which turns out to be an I told you so letter offering you his greatest treasure, Butt's Farm, or whatever you decided to name it. A fertile plot of land in a peaceful valley in the Ferngul Republic, a country currently at war with an empire across the sea. But don't worry about that. You move in immediately, and a short bus ride later you are here and ready to settle down into your new life. You are met at the stop by Robin, a kindly fellow villager, who is actually attempting to draw your custom for her home renovation business. You arrive at the farm which your grandfather has evidently neglected to see looked after by anyone in the last 20 years, probably as a ha-ha to you for not arriving sooner, and you decide to make the best of it, intent on enjoying the peace and quiet of a village farmer life. Your peace is immediately interrupted by the old man wandering around your house, Mayor Lewis, who is insistent that all 28 villagers are desperate to meet you despite being too lazy to come and introduce themselves. From then on, you spend a small part of your days actually farming, and the rest running around after people, trying to decide which pixely pal will make the sexiest spouse, running errands for the townspeople, refilling the museum after the last curator made off with all the artifacts, rebuilding community buildings, and or giving in to the faceless corporation you came here to get away from in the first place. Somehow, despite the wizards and the village quests and the monster fights and romance and war, you manage to build up a successful farm and fill a big hole left in the community by your grandfather, thanks to his generous gift and his old friend being too senile to actually do his job properly.